Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Yeah. Isn't it, though?
It is.
And the last show of the year, of the beautiful, wonderful, fabulous 2023. Hasn't it been just really a stupendous year for all of us, I'm pretty sure. I think I can speak on behalf of the American people and the entire world when I say, what a great year it's been.
Thank you.
Am I right?
Yes.
Who's with me on that?
I am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jeffy. Keith
you're
doesn't
welcome.
seem to be. Keith
He's
is
such a downer most of the time.
Strangely quiet on this.
I know.
But we all know 2023 has been good for not just me, but all of us.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Everything is turning around.
Yeah.
Right
well,
the things were way down before.
Bidenomics is clearly working.
Yep.
Clearly working. Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you again.
Yes.
Thank you again. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
And I just did.
By the way, as Pat is alluding to, this is our final live show for 2023.
Yes.
I will post on Twitter all the list of best of shows.
Okay.
If you want to follow along as the apocalypse unfolded in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, all the best of shows are from the great year of 2023, correct?
Because it's been such a great year
that
it inspired us to do great shows.
Sure.
So enjoy them, won't you? Let me take 1 minute, though, first of all, here and tell you about Nugenix. Nugenix is fantastic. If you don't have the energy that you once did, if your body's not in the shape it once was, Nugenix is a great way to go. My son is really into working out. He just turned 40.
Who isn't?
Yeah, right.
Who isn't?
That's the thing.
I mean,
that's the thing.
Lifting the remote doesn't qualify, Jeff.
But you didn't just turn 40, Jeffy. That was, what?
I remember the first
ago?
time. The first couple times, actually. Exciting times.
In fact, I think he's 40. He's 41 now. But
wow.
So he realizes now that after workouts and stuff, the body doesn't feel quite like it did when you were 25.
What?
Yeah. But anyway, he started taking Nugenix Total T. It's helped his workouts. It's helped his recovery time. I mean, it's just really great, helping him gain muscle mass. It's got the Total T testosterone booster with testofen. It'll help you turn back the clock. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. It contains the man-boosting key ingredients like testofen. It's been shown in clinical studies to boost free testosterone levels in men. So now you can get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T to try it out for yourself. See if it works for you. When you text 231231, enter the keyword unleashed. Text now, you'll get a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest and most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you lose weight fast and get lean fast. Absolutely free. Text 231231, keyword unleashed, 231231, keyword unleashed. Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Number 1, doctor recommended brand by primary care physicians based on an independent survey conducted by IQVIA 2022. I mean, how much do you love the IQVIA?
Oh, my gosh.
Man, if we had time, I would spend the whole show on the IQVIA, but we don't have time. I wish we did. You
sure?
I wish we did.
Because I'd like to get into it.
Okay, you convinced me. All right. The IQVIA. No, I can't.
Okay.
It's
all right.
too much.
All right.
It's overflowing in me right now. By the way, on Overtime today, we got a special encore presentation of the Christmas twist.
Oh, nice.
We saw a little bit that yesterday on the News and Why. Hadn't seen it in a while. Well, a year. And it still holds up pretty funny.
Really good. Yeah.
You know, this year is the 10th anniversary.
Wow.
We did that in 2013.
Wow.
That's just crazy.
It sure is.
Really something. So, special encore presentation of the Christmas twist on Overtime today. Also, one of our Pat heads, is it?
Many.
Several Pat heads, quite a few, sent this T-shirt selection over to consider because we talked about Wilford Brimley And
love Wilford.
And apparently there's a really nice T-shirt for the moment. There it is. Brimley's Homebrewed Diabetes T-shirt.
I love that.
That's great.
That's awesome, man.
With his mean-looking photo right
Mean?
right there.
He's
I
just...
love Wilford Brimley.
He's a pussycat.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. That's great. And thank you for that. I got to get me one of those because that's awesome. The other day, because we are getting so dangerously close to Christmas, so Dr. Jill Biden tweeted out an interesting little White House Christmas video that I think you're going to love. And here it is.
Oh, my word.
This is showing off the White House.
Is it?
Yeah, well, every president, or at least the last couple, have done a Christmas video, right?
What is happening?
Right? I mean,
Merry Christmas from Capital City. Ugh.
It is very Hunger Games reminiscent. It is.
It is so bad.
Yep. Just creepy and weird. And how much did they spend on this? I wonder. To promote what? The decorations in the White House. Do we need this?
I mean, Melania did it.
It wasn't like this, man.
No, she had ballet dancers.
There's something on, I think, this group's website that talks about TAP and how it's some sort of revolution or some kind of protest or whatever
I'm
against white people.
Okay. All right. Because I don't know if you know
Which
this.
we need because we don't have enough of that
Well,
right
white
now.
people can't tap.
No, is that right?
Oh, wait.
I didn't know that. Well, that seems to be a white person.
No, that's a flower.
Oh, okay. I
don't think it's a white person either.
Yeah. And then big candy cane and really, really talented. And that's it. That's it. That's all we get to see. Merry Christmas from the White House. That was bizarre. First of all, I've seen people tweet, What's wrong with it? We're just wishing us Merry Christmas with that. Really? Here's what's wrong with it to me, first of all, and I think Stu made this point the other day. You shouldn't be spending that kind of money on promoting your decorations for the Christmas season at the White House. You don't need to do that. They don't consider taxpayer funds as anything that needs to be treated with respect or reverence at all. They don't care what they spend money on.
No, and I think they actually have volunteers. I don't know if they get paid, but they actually have volunteers come in and do a lot of the decorations, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to do a whole
production
presentation like that on them. You go through with a camera and show the American. Here's what we did. How much did that cost?
All right, you could just.
I'll bet you it was in the millions.
Live stream it.
I'll bet it's in the millions.
I bet it is too.
So there's that, but also it's continually hammered into our heads this diversity stuff. Okay, you have a trans person represented, probably a gay person represented, bunch of minorities,
and a flower.
Maybe one white person in that thing. I don't care, but I do care about the fact that this diversity BS is so important.
It's destructive.
It is their only agenda, really.
Yep.
Is to jam this down our throats and just accept any kind of weirdness that they want to throw at us. Man, it's asinine. But that was a special Christmas presentation from Dr. Jill Biden.
Speaking of weirdness, though, should we revisit another old video?
One of our weird moments? Yeah. We spent, of course, more on what you're about to see than the White House spent, but it was private funds. And we paid for it.
Thank you. And that's the deciding factor here. But if you'll recall, there was just this weird thing, if I remember correctly, where like the word leakages, right, was just showing up in stories.
Yes.
And it was like a thing.
And I'm like, is leakages even a word?
Right.
And so leakages became kind of a theme, and it's just stupid, as so many of our things are.
What?
But it wound up in an actual show called Leakages. Now, is this the Christmas one we're going to do? This is the special Christmas edition of Leakages? So, yeah. And here it is.
I'm Pat Gray, and welcome to a very special holiday edition of Leakages. Well, the holidays are here. It's the time of year when we spend time with our family, our friends, neighbors, cards, reindeer droppings, red dye number 40, elf sensitivity trainers, ungroomed facial hair, and extra girth. Well, and wrapping presents. But wrapping presents has a dark, dark underbelly that kills millions of Americans each year. Picture this. You're having a holly jolly Christmas time, enjoying some eggnog while wrapping presents for your kids on Christmas Eve. But while you're wrapping presents, you accidentally penetrate the eggnog carton with one of your cutting utensils. Or like this.
You don't want that.
You remember, you actually need to test out a water gun you bought for your son to make sure it works on Christmas morning, but there's absolutely no water in your house. So you use more eggnog.
It happens all the time.
Suddenly, the eggnog drips, or rather, leaks, onto the kiddie slide you got for your daughter, disastrously culminating in the destruction of your other, more expensive gifts that you coincidentally placed right underneath the kiddie slide. Well, it's happened all too often for each of us. It's a scenario we've seen over and over and over again, but the carnage has to stop.
It does.
That's why we're here. Eggnog leakages, the secret killer of Christmas. Don't let eggnog leakages like this happen to you this holiday season. For Leakages, I'm Pat Gray.
Saving lives.
Wow.
Saving lives. It's been a main theme of this show since its inception, and even obviously prior to its inception.
Had we done that today, I mean, maybe we add tap? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. There's just no way to tell. It's like the metric system. Yesterday in the House of Representatives, former Speaker Kevin McCarthy gave his farewell speech.
Wait a minute. When's he leaving? He's got another year left in his term.
I know. He doesn't want to spend it, apparently.
I don't quit.
He's a little bit butthurt, and so he's going to leave. He's going to leave.
Panties in a wad, I'm going to leave.
Yeah. Here he is.
Get out.
Talking about it.
To the constituents,
Is he going to cry?
Thank you for ever giving me this opportunity to serve you.
I'm leaving now.
To America,
Yeah.
I loved every single day.
Did you?
Less than 13,000 people have ever been given the privilege or the honor to serve in this body.
Oh.
To those colleagues on the other side of the aisle, I thank you for the work you've done. We may disagree at times.
Bah!
I disagreed with the vote on this one, too.
Oh,
One
listen
thing
to that.
I think we must quite understand. And if there's advice I can give, do not be fearful
Of.
if you believe your philosophy brings people more freedom. Do not be fearful that you could lose your job over it. I knew the day
You know they're taking that to
we
heart.
decided to make
How many
sure
people
to
are
choose
there?
to pay our
10?
troops while war was breaking out instead of shutting down.
He is so
was the
bitter.
right decision.
He is so bitter.
I also knew a few would make a motion. Somehow they disagreed with that decision.
Listen to him retrace.
Do it
these
anyways.
steps.
Do it
I would do it
anyways.
all
I knew it
again.
was right.
Do it all over
That's
again.
great. Because he always did the right thing, right?
Always.
He always did the right thing. Good for him. That's great.
That what he
Wow.
said?
Inspirational.
That's the word. I'm glad you said it.
Inspirational. And then he said it because that wasn't nearly enough. For people to express their incredible disappointment, their incredible grief that he is actually leaving that body.
I mean, and celebrate gratitude for
Yeah,
what,
right.
what he's done in the
Right.
past.
So knowing that everybody wouldn't have been fulfilled quite yet, just from the speech,
Yeah.
he set up a photo line
Oh, no. Come
for him to get photos with members of Congress and shake their hands
Different
and pose,
staff, yeah.
pose for pictures.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at the photo line. Yay.
that wrapped around.
Oh, that's it.
What'd it do?
It didn't wrap around anything.
Jeffy's like, that's it? Yeah, I think there were just like 3 guys that were like, bro, I got to shake the hands of Kevin McCarthy.
So I overshot when I said 10 people were there.
Yeah,
you may, honestly.
Jeez.
Good stuff.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Such an inspiration to us all. Thank you, Kevin.
Goodbye, Kevin.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much. How you'll be missed. Okay, we're over it. But it took a while, right? Didn't it?
Sure.
It took a...
Seemed like it took
Wait,
forever.
let's go back to... Okay, there it is.
Wow.
Wow. It's hard to go through that twice.
What you just did.
What,
But I
a
just
nanosecond is hard to go through twice?
Really is.
Which actually, your grief lasted longer than that photo line did. Man, that was fun.
Wasn't it? Wasn't that fun?
Oh, my God. These people. Man.
Oh,
They
man.
think so much of themselves.
Such narcissists. Like, anybody cares Kevin McCarthy's leaving. I'll bet his constituents don't even care.
They probably don't even know.
His wife doesn't care. Wait, you left
Oh,
She'll care.
Believe
Yeah,
me, the wife
she'll
does
care.
care.
Because he'll be around a lot
That's
more.
right.
Actually,
I mean, you're going to
won't
have a job, right?
No,
You're
he'll
gonna
still be in
leave.
D.C. as a
will.
lobbyist or
That's
working
true.
for some...
What do you want
That's
to
a good
bet?
point.
In fact,
He's already got an
$800,000
$800,000 a year job lined up.
I think he does.
Lobbying. And that's the inspiration he's
Yeah.
talking about. I'm going to inspire other people to run.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
you?
Listen to
Are
this.
you? Okay.
This is an Axios exclusive.
All right.
This news broke last night. McCarthy eyes AI for new career. Can imagine working with Elon Musk. Oh,
He can imagine.
Oh, so he's
like that's
he's
not
asking
already
for a job.
not already set up.
I don't know. He might be trying to get a job.
I bet it's already set up.
You know,
Whatever
guarantee
it is,
you it's something
it's already
because
set up.
because Elon Musk is getting dragged through the mud by the left
that's a good
all
point.
of the time.
Everyone.
Can
And
I
the
get an
right.
ally up there,
And the
please?
right.
This is
Yeah.
going to be a nice marriage. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, McCarthy can say, "Oh, I know the back channels. I know how to make
Yep.
this thing work to get them off your back."
Right. Yep.
And that's how it works.
That's how it works. Congratulations, America. It's going really well right now. And the left is ramping up their efforts to continue aborting babies. They want to do more of that in 2024, and they're doing everything they possibly can to make it happen. So we need to ramp up our efforts to save babies. Maybe it could include saving a baby's life on your Christmas list this year, on your giving, on your charitable contributions. There's nothing better you could do with your money. And because of our partnership with Preborn, an organization that's rescued over 270,000 babies, you can do that right now. Every day, Preborn's network of clinics rescues 200 babies as they compete head-to-head with the abortion giants like Planned Parenthood. They offer an abortion-minded woman an ultrasound, a free ultrasound. That's so important because she's been indoctrinated that that's just a clump of cells. You don't need to worry about it. It's just sweeping an inconvenience out of your life. That's all that's going on there. And, of course, it's not. And I'm sure that the woman's been pressured by a boyfriend or a husband or whoever in her life to go ahead and just take care of it. Just take care of it. It's no big deal. That's where Preborn comes in. So that ultrasound costs $28. And when she sees the life, I mean, you know this. If you've ever had a child and you've had an ultrasound.
Oh, my gosh. It's so important to everyone's life. You hang it on the refrigerator.
Yep.
Everyone looks at it. You show it off. It's
Right.
part of the family.
Right. It's life-changing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already in love with that child. And so it doubles the chance that the baby's going to be born alive. Doubles their chances. And it's just $28. Please, whatever you can do, $28, $200, $10, whatever it is, your contribution will be matched through matching funds right now. So that doubles the donation that you give. Now's the time of year for your write-offs, your end-of-the-year write-offs. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat. That's preborn.com/Pat. By the way, Preborn has a 100% charity rating.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yesterday, we played a few clips from the Hunter Biden press conference outside the Capitol building.
Oh, yeah.
That reminded us that he's the victim here.
Well, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's
they're
been
just
tragic.
My dad is so decent.
Just because of his father's love.
They're attacking my addiction. Shut up.
Oh, man. Here's part of it, though, that we didn't feature yesterday.
Oh, we
didn't
missed
have
something,
this.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it is.
I'm here today to answer at a public hearing any legitimate questions Chairman Comer and the House Oversight Committee may have for me. I'm here today to make sure that the House Committee's legitimate investigations of my family do not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies.
How do we miss this?
I was going to ask the same question because I thought I watched all of it.
Had a busy day.
I thought so,
I couldn't
too.
follow everything.
And then that. That seems like a highlight that we should have started with. We really,
if you're listening,
we buried the lead yesterday.
If you're listening to the
Yes, we did.
audio-only version of this show, just imagine that picture of him standing in his underwear with a scarf and blurred lines playing and him gyrating during that press conference.
Beautiful.
Or not.
Or don't imagine it.
Don't imagine.
Peace.
It's a good day for audio only.
Can never unsee that. Sorry. That's so great. Before the House left town yesterday, they passed a defense budget, though.
Not good.
Sent it to President Joe Biden's desk to approve $886 billion in spending for military pay raises, funding for Ukraine,
$886
and other
billion
key issues. Yeah. So we're going on $1 trillion now. $1 trillion.
Okay.
Boy. I don't know if you heard Thomas Massey yesterday with Glenn explaining how the FISA, the warrantless searches
that are in this bill, right?
Despicable.
Yeah. And,
despicable.
And as much as we loved Mike Johnson talking about Ukraine the other day, the way he manipulated this and because if it had gone through the committee where Massey and Chip Roy are, then they could have blocked this.
And he went around him.
And so he's like, okay, I'll take it to the House and need 2/3 of a vote, and he got it because Republicans let it happen. But the Fourth Amendment, man, what is it? I mean, this is terrible. I forget how many. It was 100 and I don't know, 40 something Republicans voted for this. Are you insane? And so the warrantless surveillance continues. Yeah.
The surveillance of the American people continues.
But I thought it was for stopping terrorism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may have started that way. Sure isn't that way now.
Boy, they
almost none of this goes to terrorism. It's all about drug pushers, and which is you want the drug dealers caught too, but you don't want the American people spied on, and that's what it's been turned into. They're spying on the American people, and in a lot of cases, like for instance, you went to December and January of 2021, and now you're being followed by air marshals everywhere you go. I mean, this is spun so completely out of control. This is why, I mean, a lot of us as Republicans supported initially the Patriot Act and FISA and all of those things. Well, over time, now that we've seen
the abuse,
the fruits of that, we're realizing they're rotten fruit. Let's stop doing it. And now the Democrats are in love with it all.
Yep.
Now they love it.
Well, and then the other thing,
man,
the conservatives missed out on in this thing getting passed, they took out amendments that would have targeted abortion, the DEI nonsense that our troops have to deal with.
And they took that out, yeah.
Trans care continues.
Anything good was taken out of it. Gutted.
We are...
But fortunately, the $60 billion to Ukraine is still in there.
Oh, good.
We need that.
Good.
Well, they need that. But we need to pay for their entire war effort.
But that Thomas Massey interview yesterday gave us a little bit of hope. You like some hope about the future of the republic and everything.
Yeah.
Because I did hear him give a number of the percentage chance we have of keeping this thing going as a nation. 5%. 5% according to Thomas Massey. That's
5%
that we can keep this nation going
for how long?
I don't know. Right.
What's the time frame?
Next week. We got a 5% chance we see next week.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I liked how he broke it down. He said, and I think there's a 30% chance it just falls apart, but I want to be here on the other side to rebuild it.
At least this includes a 5.2% pay raise for troops.
And that's how they get you, right?
Yes.
You want on the record of voting against
Right.
the pay raise for troops because the ad's already being made right now.
Exactly what they would say.
Yes.
If you voted against it, you're voting against the troops. It authorizes the funding for Ukraine and an extension of the foreign surveillance program, which isn't so foreign anymore.
No, it is not.
Conservatives had two major grievances with the bill.
Right.
The extension of Section 702. That's the FISA thing. That enables us to monitor foreign nationals, and it's being used against American citizens now. And so, do you trust them to do any of this right? Because I don't.
No.
You could have stopped it. Do you trust them?
Yeah. I seriously, I don't trust them on anything anymore.
Nope.
And really, that mostly goes for the Republicans, too. But they're only slightly more trustworthy to me than the Democrats.
Yeah, but we got a new speaker now, so it'll be better.
Oh, yeah,
It's
so much
fixed.
better. So much better. $60 billion in one fell swoop for Ukraine. Man.
And at the same time, we're over in Israel. Hey, when are you guys going to end this thing?
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
When are you guys going to end this thing? Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, and it's only $14 billion to Israel.
I mean, I would, if I was Benjamin Netanyahu, I would be happy to tell the United States to go pound sand.
That'd be tempting.
Oh, yeah.
Tempting.
So I do love what Israel's doing right now, pumping in that seawater into the tunnels.
Oh, I love that,
flooding
too.
them out.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
So good.
And I'm sure, we'll hear about that, too, as being inhumane.
It's strange that they're pumping water into occupied lands, but, whatever.
Lands that they, by the way, don't occupy.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm so angry.
Tunnels?
I'm going to go block traffic. Anyway. So,
Oh, yeah. And that continued, right?
yes, it did.
Los Angeles yesterday?
Yes, it did.
Multiple locations, is that right?
Yes. And, I mean, interstates just shut down for these dingleberries. But it only takes one, people. It only takes one. That's all I'm saying.
Takes one what? What do you mean?
Just takes one. Only one. All you need is one.
Well, all you need is one to what? For what?
What
What happens to the one?
What do
The
you?
one will start a campaign.
Oh.
And that's a town, though. Los Angeles, though, they can at least absorb any kind of traffic hiccup. So they're fine.
gosh.
When something.
Angry you would be.
Oh, my God. I'd be so mad.
Traffic. Oh.
It's just incomprehensible, that tactic. To piss off everybody around you, everybody on their way to work, who otherwise might agree with everything you're saying. But this is not helping your cause.
Arrest them all. It only takes one.
And yeah, in that video
Right.
we played yesterday, I mean, the cops were just standing there instead of dragging people off. I mean, let's go.
What are you doing?
God, I'd be so pissed.
Oh my God.
So pissed.
Oh.
And like Jeffy says, it just takes one.
It only takes one.
It just,
It's surprising it hasn't happened yet, that somebody hasn't gotten run over yet.
Oh my gosh. Is that what you were thinking I meant?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking you're meant.
Oh.
Was I way off base there?
You sure were.
Yeah, okay.
oh,
I thought you might be thinking it only takes one person to drive through that blockade and just run into a couple of people.
And then the rest of them would say, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right.
It only takes one.
Ah, man. Let me tell you about iTarget Pro, if I could.
oh, that's a Christmas gift right there.
It sure is. Because, there's a lot to be nervous about right now as we talk about every single day. You need to be prepared. Great time to go get yourself a gun, but then don't just leave it in a safe and let it accumulate dust, because you need to learn how to use it so that you don't hurt yourself and others in the process if you ever do need to use it. It's really time consuming. It's expensive to go to the range to buy a bunch of ammo. You don't have to do any of that to learn how to use your weapon. Go to itargetpro.com. Get 10% off at checkout right now when you use the offer code PAT. Now, this comes with a laser bullet, so it's completely safe. You're not actually firing ammo, so you can train your kids, too, in the comfort and privacy of your own home. This pays for itself after one use.
So wait, so you're
It's awesome.
practicing
dry
shooting
fire training
in your house without having to build a range?
Yes. Yes,
In
you
the
have.
house?
In the house.
Because that would be
Right.
costly.
And you could. It's really not.
Messy.
It would be costly and messy if you had to build the
Right,
range.
exactly.
But you
in
don't
your
have
house,
to.
but you don't have to.
That's-
So you could practice alone. You can compete with friends. You can show your kids how all of this works and become proficient with your firearm. Has it all kinds of calibers, too, all the way up to 223. Smartest, safest way to do it is the letter I, then targetpro.com, itargetpro.com. Use the offer code PAT.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome, 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. IQBIA leakages. Man, they've already set up an account, I guess.
Good stuff.
Was that a White House video or Clockwork Orange?
No joke.
It's hard to tell now.
I mean, it's more Hunger Game-ish than Clockwork Orange, but I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Nuclear Christmas spirit. Did Tim Burton direct the White House tap video?
Yeah.
That thing was creepy as hell.
Yep.
Indeed. Adrian Slade show. Congress will pass any wasteful spending legislation in order to pay the troops while they take all the troops' weapons and send them to Ukraine. PAC-OD, $886 billion. Why not round it up to an even trillion? Why not?
I'm sure I don't know why they haven't.
Next year it will be. PAC-OD, I already read that. Caffeinated Texan, can California vote anyone into public office who isn't a total D-bag? Doesn't seem like it. It really doesn't seem like it.
No, it doesn't.
Storytime 61, what happened with the border security on this bill? Republicans folded again.
Yep. One could make the case that perhaps it's not just California that has a bunch of D-bags serving in our
all of Congress,
in our Washington D.C. representatives, but not me.
No, of course, no.
I mean, what is there? Was there a couple of people that aren't D-bags?
Yes, there's a few. You could probably count them on two hands. Maybe there's 10 that you could name in Congress, in all of Congress. Lumbee IT department. Look, Republicans are willing to allow the government unrestricted surveillance of you in exchange for limitless spending. It's a sacrifice they're willing to make.
They're willing to make it.
Yeah. And that's why we loathe them as well. Wouldn't it be nice if there was somebody you could really get behind? I mean, a whole party that you could really wholeheartedly endorse and say, yep, I am proudly part of that. Yeah, but there really isn't. You know, things are so bad. Our own Steve Baker, who is what, the editor-in-chief at, is he the editor?
No, I don't think he's the editor-in-chief.
He's not the editor.
I think he's,
what is he?
he's
a reporter.
Yeah, reporter.
But isn't he the head reporter or something?
I don't think so. I don't know that they have a head reporter, and he's not the editor-in-chief.
Okay.
The editor-in-chief, no, it's not. That's not him.
No, it's not him. Anyway, yesterday he had a fun little incident. He, of course, went into the Capitol building on January 6th to document. He was a journalist. He didn't work for us at the time, but he was an independent journalist. He went in to the Capitol building. He recorded what was going on. He came out. He shared that footage where it needed to be shared. And now he's being charged 2.5, almost 3 years later.
That's amazing.
There's his tweet right there.
My attorney has just been notified by the FBI that I am going to be charged by the Justice Department for my journalistic efforts on J6. Jeez. I have to self-surrender on Tuesday. Charges are yet unknown. Stay tuned for more information to follow.
I mean,
he also had another tweet where he said, I was one of about 60 journalists who followed the story into the Capitol on January 6th, independent and otherwise. None of those who submitted their stories and videos to the regime's approved outlets have been charged.
Of course not.
You do the math.
Yeah, of course it's political. It's all political. Wait, you're gonna start charging specific, and not all of them who went in, but just pick and choose who you're going to prosecute from the press. Yeah. Okay, we don't have freedom of the press? Well, it's a restricted area. That's the problem. Yeah, but 60 of them went in. You're not charging everybody. And since when is the Capitol building restricted to American citizens?
And we've seen footage now that, I mean, the Capitol Police were letting people in.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't as if wasn't if Steve kicked down a door.
No, he didn't go in there and parade or mill or break windows or beat police officers. He recorded what was going on. It's really despicable.
How can you look your children in the eye and tell them they live in a free country anymore?
I don't know.
This is grotesque.
I mean, you could, but you'd be lying to them.
You'd be lying to them. And then I did see, I was looking at a completely different tweet thread, and I got to tell you, watch this. And I know everyone in Nebraska will probably be like, yeah, we know. This Don Bacon, this congressman, I just stumbled on this tweet this morning. Someone mentioned how that he had co-sponsored the bill to target MAGA after January 6th. And the congressman decided, yeah, I think I'll interject myself here. And he said, yep, don't like terrorists. I don't like terrorists. So this Don Bacon guy, this Republican congressman from Nebraska that needs to be primaried, I hope he is calling those that are MAGA Trump supporters terrorists. That's what he said. It's just, we are living in a very bizarre universe right now, and it's terrifying, man. Merry Christmas.
It is terrifying. It is. Because, I mean, we used to, Democrats used to scream all the time about the Patriot Act. We're losing our freedoms. And I challenged them on the air. Really, what freedom have you lost? I mean, you can stand there and name them now. Yeah. Or sit there. Or lay there. Whatever you're doing at the present time. And you can name the freedoms that are going away. Freedom of the press. Freedom of religion. Sure. I mean, the 5 freedoms that are outlined in the First Amendment are all under attack or currently on fire.
And remember the Russian hoax bullcrap. And I think, if I remember correctly, didn't Don Jr. have to testify for 40 hours? I don't know if it was about that, but we can't get Hunter. We can't get Hunter Biden in to talk about his direct corrupt dealings. But anyway, I thought this was interesting. Former FBI official Charles McGonigal, who helped investigate Trump for colluding with Russia, has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for
colluding with Russia.
You got it. Congratulations, Pat. Tell him what they win, Johnny. I mean, this is
a brand new car.
So this guy accepted over $17,000 from a Russian oligarch who he supplied information to. I mean, seriously, they always,
you can't make this up.
Do what they accuse the right of doing.
Yeah. You can't make it up.
Cannot make it up. Oh, we were talking about January 6th. Did you want to play the Ramaswamy thing we were listening to?
I do.
Oh my gosh, I had not seen that.
This is the CNN clip?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the town hall. The town hall. I don't know who the reporter is, the journalist.
Yeah, I'll tell you. If it was
Abby something. Yeah. Her name is Abby because he calls her Abby.
She is.
But I don't know her.
Horrible.
At all. But man, is this
answer
despicable.
Alone from Vivek.
It's great, though.
Puts him back into my orb of like, all right.
It almost makes me want to have him on the show again.
Not doing it. Don't do it. Please hold. Not doing
it. Jeffy's so bitter. Abby Phillip.
Abby Phillip from CNN.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to this as he's talking about, he's talking about a lot of things, but January 6th comes up.
He told me 3 years ago, back when I was a biotech CEO, not steeped in this world.
And why, the reason he's bringing this up is that he called January 6th a conspiracy, an inside job.
And she's confronting him on that.
And she's confronting him on it.
I was just consuming passive media, but was focused on my world of developing medicines. If you had told me that January 6th was in any way an inside job, the subject of government entrapment, I would have told you that was crazy talk. Fringe conspiracy theory nonsense. I can tell you now, having gone somewhat deep in this, it's not. I mean, the reality is this. We do have a government, first of all, we have to acknowledge, that has lied to us systematically over the last several years about the origin of COVID-19.
Right.
About the Hunter Biden laptop that we were told was false by 51 CIA experts and otherwise before we now know that it was true. You can go straight down the list. The Trump-Russia disinformation collusion hoax.
You're watching
all
this.
Of it. Now we come to January 6th.
She's just about had enough.
The reality is we know that there were federal law enforcement agents in that field. We don't know how many. I think it's shameful. If I may finish just answering.
Well, let me
this is really important.
I'm going to go ahead and interrupt you here because
I know the establishment doesn't approve of this message. I know
that there were federal agents.
We should be able to talk about this.
You're saying that there were federal agents.
This is important to talk about.
You are saying there were federal agents in the crowd on January 6th.
Yep.
There is no evidence that there were federal agents in the crowd on January 6th.
Can you believe that? There is no evidence. There's no evidence on Joe Biden. There's no evidence that there were federal agents in the crowd. There's no evidence. That's all they just keep harping on.
Yeah, they sure
There's no evidence. Yes, there is. There's a lot of evidence. If you're talking about hardcore proof, in a court of law, I don't know that it's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt because we haven't had our day in court yet. But there's a buttload of evidence.
And let me read a headline in case Abby has forgotten from a few months ago. FBI lost count of how many paid informants were at Capitol on January 6th.
Right.
And performed audit to figure out exact number.
I think Ramaswamy's about to make that sort of case.
So why, before Congress, when pressed on what the number was, they didn't say there were none. They just couldn't say how many there were.
So you're saying that
they lost count. There were so many that they couldn't count them.
There's that you have not seen any evidence.
So
that
we've seen multiple. We've seen multiple informants suggesting that there were. We know people were FBI informants who were asked.
Is there any evidence?
May I just finish this, and then you can come back and question me?
Well, let me clarify.
I know it's very uncomfortable for you.
I'm going to clarify my question.
This is an uncomfortable issue for many people, but we have to do the truth here.
I'm going to clarify my question because I want to make sure that you understand.
I want to make sure you know I'm a shill for this particular administration. I want to make sure that my agenda gets busted through over the top of yours. I want to make sure that you know I'm not an actual journalist.
2 years ago,
where is the evidence?
Yes,
where is the evidence that the government had a plot, an inside job?
But no, I'm going to tell you what inside job is because I'm not
violence on January 6th.
I'm not going to let you put words in my mouth. I'm going to put my words in my mouth.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that.
Where is the evidence that the government was involved in planning or executing January 6th?
So I'm going to give you hard facts. And if I may, Abby, I know this is going to be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to go through this, and you can push back on it after that. And you can push back on that. And let's do this fairly. Why did they suppress footage of now what's been released, 200 hours of footage of shooting rubber bullets into that crowd, shooting tear gas into that crowd? You didn't see that before.
Concussion
you saw
grenades.
What the response was to that. Now you see footage coming out of actually rolling out the red carpet for Capitol Police allowing
Ramaswamy,
people in
again,
right through the front door.
I know she won't. If you watch the video, she's trying to cut them off.
Mr. Ramaswamy, the vast
they're in her, you can tell us she's being told, get
police
them off,
officers
cut them
being
off, cut them off.
overrun
And I want to talk about one more
by
case.
violent
This is really important.
riders. That's
I'm going to give you some hard facts.
Of it shows.
So here's what entrapment is.
Cherry pick.
I'm not cherry picking.
You
If I may finish, Abby. I'm not cherry picking.
Examples.
To the contrary. To the contrary, you know who cherry picked
examples?
You know who cherry picked the government?
That is what
the government cherry picked 12 hours of footage when there was 200 hours of footage. So cherry picking was the government, not me. Release the whole thing. And let me just finish one thing too, because this is super important as a topic.
So I
think this is a civil libertarian issue of our time. Gretchen Whitmer's kidnapping. I want to be really clear on this. Because it's the same issue, the same FBI, the same part of the FBI. 3 people who were in an alleged plot to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer were acquitted at the end of trial because it was entrapment. That is, government agents put them up to do something they otherwise wouldn't have done. They gave them credit cards.
And why is he making this point? Because the precedent has been set and proven. Right. We do know that this has been proven. Okay, they had their day in court. This has been proven. So it's not like this is outrageous to even allege. And that's what she's trying to say. So he's going through it.
With spending limits of up to $5,000, encourage them to buy munitions. Plan something they weren't otherwise willing to plan. So much so, and I want people at home to know this, especially CNN viewers to know this, that one of the jurors went to those defendants and apologized afterwards, gave him a hug.
My gosh.
Apologized, seeing what the government had put a poor guy up to who had to go to some Mexican restaurant across the street to get hot water. These people were exploited with credit cards up to $5,000, FBI agents putting them up to a kidnapping plot that we were told was true but was entrapment. Same thing with the Capitol Police, people letting them in freely. Many of those people then get charged. The government cannot put you up to do something and then charge you for it.
Thank you.
I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to interrupt you.
I don't want to have to interrupt you, but I've done it about 30 times in these 3 minutes. So, but I don't want to.
You don't. But I don't want you to mislead the audience here or at home.
I think they've been misled by the mainstream media.
Mislead the audience here.
Yeah. And it's interesting. The audience is on his side.
Yeah.
The audience wants to hear what he has to say. It's just a shame she wouldn't let him say it.
No way. No way. And like I said, you could. I mean, she is.
My gosh.
Hell bent on cutting him off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's her deal, man.
She will not let the truth come out there. No. By the way, in an ex post yesterday, former U.S. Capitol Police Lieutenant Tariq Johnson said that he has been stating publicly that, quote, J6 was not an insurrection, but not many people would listen, unquote. He said Vivek Ramaswamy got a lot right in this interview. I've been saying publicly for a year that J6 was not an insurrection, but many people would not listen. Ironically, so no one would benefit more than I if J6 was an insurrection, as I was the commander that ordered and led the evacuations of the Senate and the House during the J6 breach after begging former Assistant Chief Yogananda Pittman for permission to do so, as she sat comfortably in the Commander Center watching the events unfold on CCTV, while Chief Stephen A. Sund was obtaining National Guard approval and getting assistance from the local law enforcement agencies. Johnson said Pittman flat out ignored me, forcing him to go ahead with the evacuations without her approval. Okay? But he's adamant in that, and so have we been this whole time.
Yes, thank you, Tariq.
Not an insurrection. It's asinine to call it that. Did they get out of control? Yes. Yeah, they did. Some of them did. But keep in mind, this was a crowd of about 3 million people, according to some estimates.
Yeah.
3 million people. And maybe, a tiny, tiny fraction of 50 or 100 got ridiculous and did things that they shouldn't have done.
And there was 2.5 million FBI agents.
Right.
So,
well, we lost count. It could have been 2.9 million. I don't know. Right. I don't know.
I just imagine any world capital, 3 million people surrounding the Capitol.
Yeah.
You think that government is still in place? No.
No.
No,
it's not. No, it's not.
In this country, it is. And it, of course, took Capitol Police instigating the crowd just to get some kind of response.
Yeah.
I mean, it just...
Yeah.
This whole thing is...
they shot people in the face with rubber bullets. Yeah. Jeez.
Beat people to... I mean...
Tariq, you should become a member of Blaze TV. Well, Tariq should.
Yes, he should.
He might be informed that he's not alone.
Yeah. And maybe he should talk to Abby What's-Her-Face at CNN just to give her, I don't know, a little clue as to what was going on that day.
I feel that even if, I
don't have to cut you off, Jeffy. I don't want to have to cut you off, Jeffy.
I feel, Abby, let me finish. It's important that people hear this.
Okay, but Mr. Fisher.
I feel like even if you told Abby, and she may already know that the powers that be are telling her in her ear, cut him off, let's not do this. No.
Yeah, with most of these people, I don't think they need to be told in their ear. I think they just...
Right.
Their agenda
I'm giving her too much credit.
Such a priority to them that they don't let the truth come out. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
And welcome to it. We're going to be joined by Stu Burguiere here in a minute. But first, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile's been America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They stand behind their values and their incredible service. They're an example of putting the cause ahead of the profits. And it's one of the many reasons I'm really proud to partner with them. And they've extended their Black Friday from just being a Black Friday deal to an Every Friday Matters deal. So that's obviously today. You can get a free smartphone when you switch today. Patriot Mobile, they offer the dependable nationwide coverage that you get on all three of the major networks because they all use the same network cells. And so your service is not going to suffer here.
Excuse me, I think that's just great and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but this bastard can't come into my show 5 minutes early to do the show prep. But he's here at this time for you?
Yeah. Yes.
He's a lying, cheating bastard.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Good morning,
Glenn. Thank you for sharing that.
And a Merry Christmas to you.
But you will support free speech, religious freedom, sanctity of life, veterans and first responders, and lots more. Plus, they have 100% U.S.-based customer service. I really hate it when you can't understand the person on the other end of the line because they're in Punjab, India, or whatever, and you have no idea what they're talking about. No idea. That won't happen to you with Patriot Mobile's customer service. And for a limited time right now, you can get the free smartphone from Patriot Mobile. Free. You can keep your cell. You can change it up for this free smartphone. You can keep your number. You can change it. Whatever you want to do, they'll accommodate you. PatriotMobile.com or 972-PATRIOT. Use the promo code Friday76, and you can get that free smartphone with the promo code Friday76. Limited time offer, so make the switch today. PatriotMobile.com or 972-PATRIOT.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, that bastard joins us now. An hour before the Glenn Beck program.
And we're darn excited about it.
And you know what? I might walk out of this show a half hour early. There's no way I'm walking into that show 1 minute early today.
I don't blame you. And what he didn't mention was that your show tapes at, like, I don't know, 7:30 at night or something.
I'm here all the time.
All day.
I do. How many
every day.
How much more time do I have to spend in this stupid building?
More.
Apparently more.
The 12, 14 hours is not enough.
Well,
more, please.
Yeah. I see him leave. He may come back.
I do sometimes leave midday.
Yeah, there's something called food that most people need once a day.
What would Jeffy know about such a thing? Right? He's never even considered food before. He doesn't spend a minute of any day thinking about it.
I don't need to eat the whole day.
Everyone has to eat, but everything in moderation. You know that.
Oh, yeah. That's been your rule for a long time.
And you are Mr. Moderation, are you not?
Thank you.
And Mr. Fashion.
And Mr. Fashion.
And nobody supports eating more than Jeff Fisher.
Nor zoos. Well, nobody supports zoos or eating more than Jeff Fisher.
Zoos?
Yeah, zoos.
Don't start with
Big zoo guy?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
That's a new thing.
Huge zoo guy. I went to the Omaha Zoo, by the way.
And
it's one of the best in the country.
It's one of the biggest in the... Yeah, I think it might be the biggest in the country.
Like it?
It's like in the top 5 for sure.
Was this recently? Or?
Yeah, my son had a Little League tournament up in Omaha.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we were up there
for a week.
How'd that go
for him?
Yeah, they did okay. Like, I mean, they did well. They lost in the semifinals of their bracket.
Of their bracket?
Yeah.
Which is the loser's bracket?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, it was like 100 teams in this tournament. I don't know exactly.
They did okay. No, they didn't do okay at all.
You know when the voice goes up at the end? You know what? They did okay.
Okay.
I did like how Stu texted me from Omaha. Hey, is there anything to do here? I'm like, well, it's not football season, so...
No.
The zoo, maybe?
That's what everybody I asked. I'm like, so I'm going to Omaha for a week. Like, what should I do? The zoo.
Yeah.
And the zoo was great. Like, we spent the whole day there.
Is it better than Fort Worth's? Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's ranked higher than Fort Worth.
No.
In the top 10 of
Fort
zoos.
Worth has been ranked number 1 multiple times.
Why don't you get up there and check it out for yourself and then report
all right.
back?
Well, okay.
Just do a quick zoo tour of the country and then rank them all.
10-hour drive. 10-hour drive.
I'll always remember when my oldest son was going out to Lincoln when he was being recruited by Nebraska, and he was like, there's nothing out here.
You got to get west for the topography, if you recall.
Yes, that's right, the topography. I forgot about the
I think
topography.
there's a shirt involved with that.
That's right, yeah.
All right, so we're here to rub in the fact that I'm in last place.
Yeah, we're just giving an update here.
Situation.
And the way this chart works, I mean, you can see our picks up there, and then my chicken scratch. What I've done is the number you see is how many wins that you're on that you have now.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you were to take the
it's
last,
easy to count my wins that I have now.
Right.
Really?
Right. Not a lot.
Carry the 1, bring down the none. Zero.
So
Zero
the way you decipher this is that I just took the last 4 games and just said if everybody goes 2-2, all these teams, then you're either going to be right or you're wrong. If it's a circle, it's already a done deal. So you can see like Pat is definitely going to have 1 loss. He's on pace to have 5 across the board.
I could too, though. I was looking at mine, like Indianapolis and the Chargers, done.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
So as it stands, I'm sorry, on pace to be Stu 4-1, Keith 3-2, Jeffy 2-3, Pat, what was that again? Pat?
0-5.
0-5.
But I mean, I could be.
I'm rooting against my Packers, my lifelong favorite team of all
time. Like a bad bet.
Just so I don't look as bad. Just so I can get 1 right. Just give me 1.
So it looks like when all is said and done, if this pace continues, Pat will owe 1 lunch to Jeffy and 2 to Stu and myself because he still hasn't paid up for last year. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 1 lunch to Stu, 2 to Jeffy and myself.
Right.
That's right.
Now, can Jeffy get them on the same day? Is that the question? Can he have both lunches simultaneously?
It'd have to be a non-moderation day, so
do you have cheat days? Does Jeffy have cheat days?
I do.
Huh. That's hard to believe with your physique.
Cheat months.
All right.
We call them cheat months.
I was looking at this list, by the way, and Keith posts this from time to time, and every time I check it because I'm.
Oh, did you find a math problem?
No, I was just like I'm looking at my 5. I had all of these. I was like, sure. I had a really good chance of going 5-0. Then Kirk Cousins gets hurt, so then Minnesota gets questionable. And both Seattle and Pittsburgh, who were 6-3,
yeah, they're falling.
They've
apart
just
now.
completely fallen apart over the last month, and now are making those close.
And that's what I was with the Chargers. They were supposed to be so great, nothing.
Congratulations
Nothing.
on
Have a nice day.
What was it? I turned the game off last night. It was 49-7,
63-21, I believe.
63.
They didn't even set the record.
Is their coach fired yet?
I asked this morning, how did he even make it to the flight out of Las Vegas?
Yeah.
He should still be in Vegas looking for a ride back to LA.
It just doesn't happen in the NFL. Where you get beaten by 42 points and somebody scores 63
to a
on you.
third-string quarterback.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
It got out of hand so fast.
Jeez.
I mean, it was like 5 minutes in, they're down 21-0. It was so fast.
And their coach was on the ropes anyway. Like everyone was saying, he's going to be fired at the end of the year, but they'll probably hold him to the end of the year. I don't know. Can you make it through a week like that?
I don't think so.
Brutal.
I don't think so. Keith was saying that probably business hours today.
When California wakes up, we'll get the alerts on our phones and say Brandon Staley's done right.
And they were supposed to be pretty good this year.
Yes,
they were supposed to be good.
Yes,
and this is against a team. This is 63 points against a team that last week scored 3.
Right.
Which won on a field goal.
Didn't they lose?
I thought
the Raiders lost 3-0.
They lost 3-0.
They didn't even score last week.
That's right. Thank you. They scored 0 points and then 63. The league
and they were up
is just
42-0 at halftime last night.
Oh my God!
42-0 in an NFL game at the half. That's incredible.
Hope you took the over.
Wow. Sheesh.
That's amazing. But I've already got 2 right, and of course,
and that's going to be more than enough to win this thing.
Because I need my teams that I need. I could still go 0-5 because I need Minnesota only to win 1 more game. That's it. They can't win any more than 1 more game. I need Tampa Bay to at least win 1 more game. And what was the other? Arizona. I need Arizona to lose no more than 1 more game.
So Minnesota can win 1 more for you.
Because Minnesota and Arizona can win 1 more. That's it. That's it. If they win 2, then I lose. And if Tampa Bay doesn't win 1, which they will, they play Carolina again. But so that's a win.
It's I don't know why. Like last year, I went 5-0 and produced a video to celebrate it.
we were darn happy to see it. We were darn happy to see it. You were.
And it is one of those things that we've done for so long now. I legitimately care about. Like I don't know why. He sends me these things, and I get nervous. Like I start sweating a little bit. I start looking at the thing. I'm like, where am I? I don't know why. I decided this year to actually put a little bit of money on my predictions here to see to track them.
Yeah.
I was in Las Vegas. Made a series of wagers in Las Vegas where it's legal, and when I did that,
freedom is a wonderful thing.
It's not going to make me rich, but I was like the 5-0. I was like excited about it. I thought there was a chance, but no, it's not going to happen.
Doesn't look like
I think there's no way. I don't know. Pittsburgh has just lost to 2 of the worst teams in the league on back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad to see.
It hurts.
Richard Trubisky is what's
really
going
hurts.
on.
Well, yes. That's
Well,
all right.
There's some other things going on.
You want to play a game here? Let's play a game of who's more coherent. Guess who's the least coherent.
Okay,
would be a better way to put it because we got Joe and we got Kamala.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what either of them are talking about. They're out of context, which I will.
That's fine.
Grant you.
This is just a coherence test.
Yeah.
This is not. Hey, is this good policy? Because we already know that's out the window.
Right.
So let's just go on coherency, and we'll start with Joe. Clip 8.
Taxpayers already are chipping in, paying a lot of money for that here at NIH to get these brilliant scientists to go out and find cures, find answers to the drug problem, to drugs, with the use of drugs for health problems.
Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway.
That was
I think if you go further, I think anyway comes out, right?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. Absolutely. Anyway comes out.
Anyway.
I've said too much.
I've said too much here. I wasn't supposed to say drugs. So anyway.
Yeah, I love the anyway thing because it's one of those verbal tics where
taxpayers already are chipping in, paying a lot of money for that here at NIH to get these brilliant scientists to go out and find cures, find answers to the drug problem, to drugs, with the use of drugs for health problems.
With the use of drugs for health problems.
With the use of drugs for health problems.
Because what the deal is they're going after the drug companies, right? They're saying that there's a monopoly and the government wants to take over all these drugs to make the prices cheaper, which there isn't a monopoly, right? By the way.
And that the only solution worse than the big pharma is the government.
Oh, yeah.
And there isn't a monopoly. I mean, he said something. I was looking for it. I can't find it. But he said something like there were 70 companies.
Oh, yes. I love this stat.
I did, too. I can't remember whether there were 70 companies that they were going after. And that only means there are 25 drugs or something. So it's 2.8%, which is not a monopoly.
I retweeted this stat because I was fascinated by it.
Yes.
It was... I have to look back. I know it's in my Twitter.
That's what I was looking for.
But it was something like the 36 companies or 26 companies combine for 38% of the market. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this, I'm like, that sounds great.
It's not a monopoly at all.
It might have been 70%.
Yeah, I think 26%. That's where I got the 70 from.
Yeah, 26 companies combined for 70% of the drug market.
That's
a great.
Come on, that's not bad.
So we know that 26. So each one, I think you're right. It was like 3.8% for each company, which is nothing.
So what?
I mean, think of any industry. Like
you're under 4% of a market share.
Right.
Come on,
it's not a monopoly.
And then you have 30% of the market divided by how many other companies? Hundreds?
Here we go. 25 companies controlling 70% of the market comes to an average of 2.8% each.
25%.
2.8.
And because he says in this video, folks, right now,
unreal.
25 of the largest pharmaceutical companies in America control 70% of the market.
Man! Oh, that's a great stat. That's
great.
Fantastic.
Like that's the sign of an incredibly healthy marketplace.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. And by the way, if you go even deeper, you start. I went through a bunch of the studies. Where did he get this stat? I of course got fascinated by where did this come from? Like, what doesn't make any sense? Why would anyone even tout this stat? It's so bad. Yeah. It comes from some study, and I went through the study, and in there they talk about how in the whole study, the general thrust of the study says that smaller drug companies are coming up with something like 80% of new drugs. Like, even if you thought it was a problem, the problem's already been solved.
Right.
The smaller companies, and the only reason these bigger companies control this is because smaller companies have developed these drugs, and then bigger companies have come in and bought the other companies at the will of the smaller companies. The smaller companies wanted to do these deals.
Look what we made. Buy us.
Buy us. Right.
I don't know. There's so many numbers flying around, and it sounds like a bunch of math. I'm just going to take your word that this is a good thing, right?
That's what the American people get to, right? That's what Keith is. It's like, that sounded like a lot of numbers.
Go after those bad companies.
All right, let's hear Kamala's coherence. Let's get to that.
We all watched.
Watch what?
The television coverage of just yesterday. It's on top of everything else that we know and don't know yet. Based on what we've just been able to see, and because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Wait, what?
But just limited to what we have seen.
Yeah, dissect that one, gentlemen.
That's awesome.
That's a Veep Thoughts waiting to happen.
Oh my gosh, that is a Veep Thoughts. I gotta say,
that's awesome.
Wow. I think Joe's more coherent. I at least understood the topic he was talking about.
You thought it was going to be an easy one.
I did.
No,
but no,
that was.
No,
I gotta say,
we all watched.
That made no sense.
We all watched.
What did you watch?
The television coverage.
The television coverage
of just yesterday.
It's
on top of everything else that we know and don't know yet. Based on what we've just been able to see, and because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
What? We've seen it or not?
But just limited to what we have seen.
We've seen it or not doesn't
unbelievable.
Awesome. Makes you proud. Makes you proud that that's the Vice President of the United States of America.
That's number
doesn't it?
1 and number 2.
My God.
In the executive branch.
We are so doomed. It's a good thing is that he's
astounding.
going to be out of the office soon, right? I mean, he's like he's going to be out of office.
Well,
right?
remember my prediction. He will not be in office on January 19th, 2025.
I mean, we have another year of this guy, right?
Do we?
I mean, this has been the prediction forever, though, Keith, right? Like, ever since this guy ran for president, I've been told he's not going to be president.
No, you're right.
They just keep giving him blood transfusions, and he keeps hobbling out there.
The medical marvels that are keeping this guy alive, man.
Yeah, no,
honestly.
I love it. I'm a fan, actually.
And coherent, more than Kamala. I want whatever he's on.
The fact that this guy could bash the drug industry when quite clearly he's on all of the drugs.
Yes.
Like, there's the only way he's able to stand up on a daily basis.
I mean, what kind of cocktail do you suppose he's on?
Oh, my God.
For whatever
A good one.
kind of dementia he has.
Right,
whether it's
a good
Alzheimer's
one is right.
or whatever it is. You know that he's taking something that occasionally makes him more coherent than at other times. And so he should be praising these drug companies on one side and down the other.
Just a CPAP machine. That's all that's doing it.
Oh, sure.
Oh, really? Just a CPAP?
Just a CPAP.
Yes. I feel like he's in, like, Jeffy's trunk in his bucket of pills, just taking out... just jumping him down.
Hook up that IV, put the CPAP on, and just sit back and relax.
I want to hear that during the debate. Mr. President, would you be willing to tell the American people right now which drugs you're on? That's a risk, because then you'd be like, hey, HIPAA, privacy. But, boy, I think we need to know, because there's a lot going through those veins.
It's funny you mentioned the HIPAA laws, because I was just reading where our government, the pharmacies have been just giving our information to the...
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, without warrants.
Law enforcement. Well,
Without
they come
a
in,
warrant.
they ask nice.
Yeah, they did.
They ask nice. And
Sometimes
give
they
it
ask
to them.
nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just say, give it to me.
Give it to, and they do
it that
and
way.
they do.
Yeah, they do.
And
Either
they do.
way, whether it's nice or
and
not.
whether the pharmacy companies had a policy to let the customers know or not, we just haven't had time to get
Yeah, they just didn't.
We just
That's
don't.
all. Hey,
it's unbelievable.
Between that and the new FISA thing,
Jeffy,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, as you said earlier, just trying to keep us safe, Jeffy.
Thank you.
Jeffy.
Thank you.
I mean,
I was getting to that.
I do like this Lumbee IT department. Kamala is being burdened by what has been in that clip.
That's good. That's good. I love
a callback.
I love them. All right, Stu, thanks for coming.
Hey.
Don't go in 1 second, not even 1 second early to the Glenn Beck.
We want to see you
program
just
today.
loitering out here in the hall for the next half hour. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, look at that. You got your Eagles thing going again.
Who's going to
this
win the
year.
NFC
It's
East?
fine.
I mean, I'm always a pessimist.
Are the lights that make the L, are they off? Or?
I've never seen a group of fans, like the Cowboys fans, celebrate a season series split like this one. I mean, they are legitimately thrilled about it. So, hey, you give them some...
They do look good, though, right
They
now.
do look good. They're a good team. I mean,
they are.
I think they're roughly equal teams. I mean, you know, but
I keep waiting for the
Eagles got to be healthy.
I keep waiting for the Dak to be Dak happen.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to happen this year. We'll see.
I know we're late on time, but like I made this case on Twitter. If Andy Dalton is the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, what's their record? 9-4. Maybe they're one game worse. Maybe.
Probably.
But my guess is Andy Dalton beats the Arizona Cardinals. That's what I think happens. I think they're basically the exact same team. I mean, he's had a good year, but he's had a really freaking good team. These guys are wide open on. CeeDee Lamb is wide open on every play.
Yeah.
Philly at Atlanta, round 1.
I'm surprised you're not impressed with the Cowboys.
McCarthy
surprises me.
Has done a great
They're
job.
really good. They're a really good team. I just don't think Dak is the reason for it.
No,
I don't either.
All right, thanks, Stu. Winter is here, obviously, for some of us. I mean, it got all the way down to 50 last night in Dallas, Texas. Was it 50? Brr. Jeez. Anyway, if you're struggling to find the right temperature when you sleep, I've recently found a way to stay the perfect temperature all night long. It's using the silver-infused bed sheets by Miracle Made that were inspired by NASA. These are awesome. They have self-cooling properties for better quality sleep. They use silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA. And they're sheets that are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature, which they do all night long. And they're luxurious. You know, I've become a real sheet snob, so I can't handle the scratchy, not good. These are so soft and so nice and so great. Self-cleaning sheets infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth. So that leaves them staying cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more icky odors. They're the perfect holiday gift. Miracle Sheets. Buy them for yourself, your friends, your family. Who doesn't want better sleep and luxurious feeling bed sheets? And since these come with 3 free towels, you get 2 gifts in one, just in time for the holidays. So go to trymiracle.com/Pat. Try it today or gift someone this holiday season. It's trymiracle.com. Is there a problem? No. Okay. Just Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not 100% satisfied, you'll get a refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Pat. Use the promo code Pat. Get free 3-piece towel sets and save over 40% off. Trymiracle.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
It's no go tell it on the mountain. You know what I mean?
I do.
You know,
I do.
It's not this.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain. That Jesus Christ is born.
And a Merry Christmas.
If you were not in the Christmas spirit,
I mean, that's
you're over the top now, right?
Yes.
We just filled it to the top and then some. And then some. So you know what? I'd love to hear, any of your Christmas thoughts on your favorite Christmas movies. Not you. Favorite Christmas song. I mean, this is amazing that Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is the #1 song this year. 65 years. That's never happened. All of a sudden now people love Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Yeah. Why?
Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze Radio Network.
Got some tweets here from John C. Garcia. Is it me, or is Jeffy's stocking a bit wider than Pat and Keith's? Just saying. Let me see here.
Okay, that's an interesting observation.
Oh my gosh, yes. A bit wider. That's a lot wider.
I think it's more camera angle.
That's a no.
Is it?
I'm not looking at it through a camera.
But I thought we didn't fat shame.
We don't
on this show.
We don't. We're just noticing.
Why are you bringing that up here?
The girth of your stocking.
We cover fat.
I don't even know where that comes from. What are you talking about?
Stocking girth.
But we cover the fatness on this program as it relates to our lives. And I saw this keeps showing up on my algorithm. I don't know why. But it says, it reminds us of where we've been and where we're at now. This meme is the third fattest man in 1890, the third fattest man at local Walmart in 2022.
So if you're listening, it's the same image.
That's so great.
and what was
absolutely true?
Third fattest at the Walmart.
Used to be the fattest in the world.
Absolutely true.
That's funny. Except we don't fat shame on this show, so
no,
we're proud of that fat man.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about. Speaking of fatness, if you got a fatty liver, that can really affect your life. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah, you get sluggish. You don't feel good. I mean, your liver does all kinds of 500 important jobs, and we bombard it with all kinds of things we shouldn't bombard it with. Carb-packed potatoes, booze. Some people, who knows what you're putting inside your body that affects your liver. Nobody wants to feel tired and sleepy. Everybody wants to have energy, especially during the Christmas season. So to better prepare you for that and for 2024, you need all the help you can get, and you can get it with Liver Health Formula. It has 11 powerful botanicals that recharge and protect your liver. Go get it today and get a bottle of omega-3s to help keep your heart healthy and your brain healthy as well. Visit getliverhelp.com/Pat, and you'll claim the free bonus gift too, the omega-3. Don't miss this chance to start the year feeling your best. Again, that's getliverhelp.com/Pat.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Did his liver, too?
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
We have another wind turbine that spun out of control yesterday in Texas.
Oh, boy.
Here's a look at that. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, man.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's in safe mode.
Holy cow.
It's on fire and spinning out of control. That's good. It's good. That's not a problem, is it?
I don't know that I'd be standing there taking a picture.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
I know. Oh, there we go.
Pieces
now
flying.
now it's coming off.
Okay. Wow. How many times have we seen that?
That's
Quite
the future.
A few.
That's the future right there.
Uh-huh.
It's going to save us all.
Oh, they're safe and effective.
One little windmill.
Yeah, what?
And look at all that black smoke getting in the atmosphere.
One little windmill in Texas. That's incredible.
Don't worry about that air pollution, though. What we really need to worry about is breathing. Scientists are now saying breathing is bad for the environment. We've made this point before on the CO2 situation. When you exhale, we produce 0.1% of the UK. Well, this is just in the UK.
Right,
you can imagine with the United States of America, 330-some million people. It's a lot worse here. But 0.1% of the UK's greenhouse gas emissions comes from exhaling.
Oh, boy. You knew we'd get here, though, right?
Well, yeah, you have to, right? You have to. If it's a pollutant, you got to talk about people breathing.
Right. Right.
How is it possible if I'm... Jeez.
The next study will come with recommendations. Everyone just die. Save the planet.
Wow. Methane and nitrous oxide in the air we exhale makes up to 0.1% of the UK's greenhouse gas emissions, and that's not even accounting for the gas we release from burps and farts.
That's in the story.
It's incredible. What a sick story this is. Or emissions that come from our skin without us noticing.
Whoa, that's a new one for me.
The new study was led by Dr. Nicholas Cowan, an atmospheric physicist at the UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology in Edinburgh.
Love that place.
Yeah,
It's really beautiful.
Didn't you study there for about 6 years?
Yeah, I was in it
at one point. Yeah. So what's the solution here? We need to stop breathing.
Yes,
we need less people,
right?
Yep.
We need less people on the planet.
So, that's what they preach at the WEF.
Where else are you going to go with that? There's nowhere else to go.
We are here.
Yeah, we got 8 billion people on the planet. All of them breathe.
And I say everyone. It feels like the majority of the people believe that we have too many people on the planet.
That is so bad.
Mm-hmm. Including some really prominent ones like Bill Gates, who's been preaching that for a long time
and
now.
They hammer that home. I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
The population is out of control, and how can we sustain life?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let the farmers grow food. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
And create, food to sustain life.
Right.
Would be a start. Again, I only was at the UK place for a couple, 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3
I was in
years.
and out.
Yeah.
Did you call it the UK place?
The UK place. Yeah, because I was in and out so fast.
But I mean, they've already said that you will drive what we tell you can drive. You will drive where we tell you can drive. You will eat what we tell you can eat.
Yeah.
And we'll jail you if you don't recycle. At least in Britain, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is where we're going to end up. Ta-da!
Yep.
Breathing is the problem.
And we'll take your land if you have a bug on it that's endangered. So, it's just this guy in Texas, this Texas rancher.
Oh, no.
The government came along and said, ooh, yeah, you've got an endangered bug on your property.
The federal government came along.
That's correct.
Oh, boy.
That's correct.
For a bug?
The tiny arachnid, less than 1/10 of an inch long.
Oh, no.
Federal officials declared 3 locations on this man's ranch.
So it's a spider.
Critical habitat under the Endangered Species Act.
I'm not saving a spider for anything.
So,
gotta be kidding me.
They've owned the property since 1871.
Who, the Texan? The Texan has.
And this started back in the 90s.
Federal government is seizing part of his property.
They started back in the 90s.
Gosh!
In the early 90s, the Department of Transportation were expanding a road, and they asked for permission to survey his land. He should have never said
You don't step on my
They
land.
were coming on with eminent domain no matter what I said, so I let them on, and everything went off the rails. They had experts and PhDs with their clipboards for geological and biological studies. They had people with government contracts looking for protected species. I had a bunch of people on my land motivated far more than a highway construction. So they performed a function of highway expansion, revealed 3 small cracks on his property, cave fissures in the limestone ground. In the caves lived Bone Cave Harvest Man, a pale orange eyeless arachnid, less than an inch in length.
I can't.
Found exclusively in Texas.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that's the Endangered Species Act. And it's critical habitat, and he can't do anything with that land now.
My gosh.
They can't develop any ground within 35 feet of the cave openings. It would cost them $400,000 a year. Any activity with 345 feet of the cave's extension, the underground edge of the cave's furthest point, would cost them $10,000 an acre. So he took him to court. He's been fighting this since the 90s. He's been fighting it. They've taken him to court, battled back and forth. The Supreme Court would not hear the case.
Oh, that's despicable. You cowards.
The Supreme Court would not hear the case. So and then he says here that here's another great point about the Bone Cave Harvestman bug.
Okay.
And the endangered species.
Yeah.
That's we're taking care of. Now that they've found it since finding it on his property, they've found it on 200 more locations and counting. So it's not even endangered.
Oh my God!
And who cares if it were endangered?
My gosh! Who wants
I don't care about the spider. I don't care.
God. I just looked it up. I want this thing. I wish it was extinct.
Man,
what is?
They're eyeless because they live in dark places.
Yeah,
so they don't have eyes. That's great. That's great.
That's
creepy.
The farmer,
Don't
Mr. Yearwood, the rancher, Yearwood, says the truth in land rights cases irrelevant in court. The government officials have twisted our Constitution.
Yeah. Yes.
It was a good run, America.
Wow, that is despicable.
He still has some land left that gets to be his, but not all of it.
Oh my gosh.
Unreal.
Not all of it.
It's just absolutely incredible.
I'm so angry right now. This is a Keith jihad.
I'm angry.
Eminent domain.
And I'm hungry. I'm really hungry right now. Yeah, I could really use some Magic Spoon cereal, right? Oh, wait. I have some Magic Spoon.
Oh, wow. You're so lucky.
Isn't that great? Yeah. Look at that. Magic Spoon, grain-free cereal. This is delicious stuff. What happened was all the stuff that you used to eat as a kid, you grew up and you stopped eating that probably. But your cereal has now grown up with you. And this is delicious kid-like cereal without the kid-like problems. Total carbs, very, very low. I think 4 net carbs. It's without sugar. It's high in protein. This is so great. 13 to 14 grams of protein. 4 to 5 net carbs per serving. It's keto-friendly, it's gluten-free, it's grain-free, it's soy-free. This is going to remind you of the cereal you used to sit and watch, and, you used to eat this while you watched the cartoons, Bugs Bunny or whatever, on a Saturday morning. Awesome stuff. Magic Spoon offers also treats, which are the perfect on-the-go snack. They're just like the marshmallow treats you had as a kid, but with only 1 gram of sugar and 1 to 2 grams of net carbs. And they're packed with 11 grams of protein per bar. The treats come in 2 flavors, marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter, and they're both incredible. Head to magicspoon.com/unleashed and get a custom bundle of cereal. Try the magic for yourself. And don't forget to add their marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter treats. Be sure to use the promo code UNLEASHED at checkout to save $5 off your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, they'll just refund your money.
You're not going to send it back. It's too good.
Yeah, it's delicious. You're going to love this stuff. So go to magicspoon.com/unleashed, promo code UNLEASHED, and save $5 off. nice gift from Spotify yesterday.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't know where it came from, but it had the Spotify logo. So, but I wasn't sure if somebody just bought it from Spotify. But I was hoping not because it looks like it's expensive.
It sure does.
Right?
It sure does. And it looks like it's going to be really good when you invite us over to try it.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah. When are we coming over?
You keep waiting for that call. It could happen.
If I go to Jeffy's and I get a ride with him, would I possibly be able to go to your house?
Oh, no, because coming from the wrong direction. Yeah, that's hard. But see, I got these delicious...
it's a s'more making kit, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
One is a chocolate vanilla bean marshmallow. These are gourmet marshmallows. Then it comes with this gourmet chocolate. Comes with a little burner.
Wow.
This really nice little board that you set it all up on.
Nice.
That's kind of cool. And then this really nice, I guess, quilt, blanket.
Well, yeah, you can't have s'mores outside without being toasty, warm.
Unless you're in Texas.
It could be, if you're in Texas this time of year, it could be as low as 60 degrees
right.
outside.
You need a blanket.
You need to bundle up.
Have to be covered.
Yeah.
Have to be covered. Well, that was sweet.
That's nice.
Sent that to some of their, more impressive and dignified and better-looking podcasters.
I must have.
I think it's probably.
I got to go down check the mailroom.
Check the mailroom, because you're obviously a beautiful
see if yours is there for
and
chewing the fat.
We thank you for downloading the show every day as you do.
Thank you so much.
What made this possible?
Appreciate it. Yes, because otherwise we don't get this wonderful gift.
Wait,
when you say we?
Yeah, what is this?
Well,
we
I
stuff?
don't get this wonderful gift.
Nice save.
It's we if I call you. When I call you to come over and enjoy it with me, why then?
You made it seem
you
like
just
you
wait
weren't
by
going
the phone.
to call.
No, you wait by the phone and see what happens. Because I think
I'm always by my
you're
phone.
Gonna be
It's
surprised.
with me at all times.
Okay, well, good. Then it should work out.
Yeah, Pat's more of a texting guy.
Yeah.
So be looking for that.
I hate to speak on the phone. So, yes, it will be a text. I guarantee it'll be a text.
That's the point, is you do neither.
Yesterday, we talked about this Satanic statue. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Iowa, yeah.
Unbelievable. Iowa
For
caved.
sure.
Here's what they put up in this display, the goat head with the human body. It's a satanic display.
It puts you in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, doesn't it, though? And, they're all proud of themselves because we showed those Christians that we could put Satan worship stuff up there, too.
Right.
And they have to put it up because of the freedom of religion. Yeah, it's not even, they've admitted they don't even believe in Satan.
Right.
It's not even a religion. It's just, I don't know, some evil statement for the rest of us that this isn't in your face to you.
Yeah.
Okay? Stick this wherever you stick things.
You Christians.
Yeah.
Careful who you suggest that to.
I know. So this is what somebody, I guess, was a little irritated by.
Yeah,
that.
so then they knocked it down. Look at that. Oh,
and they knocked
there's
it
your
down.
statue.
Oh, darn.
Oh, boy.
What a shame.
Oh,
I hope
that's too
this
bad.
person gets arrested.
That's too bad. Yeah, well, we couldn't find him.
So. Oh, darn it.
No camera was working that day. We had the same crew in charge of Epstein's cell on the cameras at the Capitol in Des Moines. Gosh. Sorry.
So, yeah, not exactly putting you in the Christmas spirit.
Not at all.
But there it is. It's just asinine what has happened to us in our nation over this so-called separation of church and state, which doesn't really exist in the U.S. Constitution. Again, they're not trying to protect the state from religion. It's the other way around, okay? And that's not how we treat it.
No, it is not.
And if you go ahead and get a copy of the U.S. Constitution, I want you to carefully comb over it for the phrase separation of church and state.
Okay. Hang on.
And then get back to me on that. Let me know when you find it and give me a call. And we'll be waiting for that call just as long as Jeffy and Keith wait for my call.
It's almost as if you're saying that the rancher that said the government officials have twisted our Constitution was right.
I am kind of saying that. Yeah, it's almost like that because it is that. And it's, there's another example of it every single day, and we've talked about it all year long. There's an example of us and our freedoms eroding every day. And we just have to stand up and resist it. Somebody apparently did in that little display. Probably not in the best way possible, but Somebody took a stand there. Oh, well, I know. I know. Say, we ruined your satanic display?
Somebody should tear that down.
Okay. That's too bad. Gosh. Speaking of this is a... No, I'm not going to say that.
What?
I was going to say this was the feel-good story of the year.
Oh, I'll say it. This may be the feel-good story of the year.
This may be the feel-good story of the year, according to Keith Melanak.
No, this is not some
It features
thing,
no, it is not. It features. This is about a member of the Turkish parliament.
Case could be made.
Finished a speech, and he closed with the line, "Israel will suffer the wrath of Allah."
Oh no, I don't like that line.
And then he collapsed.
Oh wait, let's see.
And died.
Allah'ın gazabından kurtulamayacaksınız. Hepinizi saygıyla selamlıyorum.
Later.
And down he went. Oh man. So Israel will suffer the wrath of Allah.
Huh. Is his middle name maybe Israel? Do we know that?
And then he keeled over and died.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
The timing is
interesting there.
Incredible.
Yeah, it is. I mean, literally, right after he said it, he fell down dead, as if he were struck down.
That is things that make you go,
yeah. I'm not even saying what that means. I'm just saying,
That's all you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
And I'm saying that may or may not be coming in at the wire the feel-good story of the year.
You're saying it may or may not.
I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm gonna let the people decide.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that it's not nice.
No, it's not nice at all.
How about this?
Neither was he.
Can we get more? I better not say it. More speeches like that.
Oh, man.
Say that.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
Jeez. Crazy. I mean, it's crazy. So have you done all the Christmassy stuff yet this year? Or are you waiting till our Christmas break, which begins in 5 minutes?
Yeah, waiting for it to get cold.
We're fading to get cold here, and then we'll kick it into gear.
Is it going to get cold?
No,
this year,
I've seen this
Dang it.
forecast for Texas at least.
Yeah,
there's going to be parts of the country that are going to get quite a bit of snow Christmas week.
We're not.
So we're not in that.
We usually do all that stuff, and my wife was saying that her grandkids and stuff were going to be around to do all that stuff, and unfortunately they haven't shown.
They haven't shown up yet. But you're just biding your time until they get
am
here.
I excited? Have her grandkids running around. I'll tell you that.
Do you have any must-see movies like most people? Home Alone, is it?
We always watch Home Alone, and we always watch the stupid Tom Hanks train movie every year with
Polar
the kids.
Express.
Yeah, Polar Express.
Oh, yeah, we
Polar
just saw
Express.
that the other night.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I think that came out in like 2004.
Yeah,
It was
wow.
almost 20 years ago. And I didn't like it that much when it first came out, but it's become a Christmas staple.
Yeah, I mean, we always watch it.
I like it. Yeah, it's good. Scrooged was another one with Bill Murray that I didn't like that much at first, but is a classic to me now. Yeah. Just watch that. That's a different sort of feeling, though, for a Christmas movie.
So is Die Hard.
But Die Hard
still
is
works.
not a Christmas movie. That's just
Still
the fact.
works.
And to me, neither is Home Alone. I mean, leaving your youngest
I know,
kid,
but I love Home Alone.
and then going to France. That doesn't scream Christmas to me.
I love the movie itself, though. Is such
And then the kid battles two buffoon thieves
fun.
the whole
It's
thing.
fun.
It's not Christmas, though. There might be Christmas lights.
It's at Christmas.
As it happens.
It happens during Christmas time.
Yeah. But the same could be said, I guess, for It's a Wonderful Life. That's not.
The same has been said about Wonderful
it
Life.
has. But I consider that one a Christmas movie. So
Yeah, a lot of
maybe
people
it's just
do.
me.
Everyone does.
Maybe it's just me.
Everyone does because the angel gets his wings.
That's right.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
It's like,
That's right, Susan. That's right. Attaboy. Clarence, attaboy.
Okay.
You say.
What do you mean you can't?
Okay.
What do you mean you can't?
Merry Christmas.
We just got Go
Merry
Tell It
Christmas.
on the Mountain and Jimmy Stewart from
all in
It's
the
a
same
Wonderful
half hour.
The
Yeah.
same show, bro.
And you're welcome. You're welcome.
Now it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Now it's Christmas.
And it's 68 degrees. So
Now
whatever.
it's Christmas.
Same thing. That's Christmas in Texas.
Oh, I guess we got, according to my computer, heavy rain right now.
Yep.
So that's something. At least
That
it's
is
cloudy
something.
today.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Could be a front coming through.
Yeah. It was really windy yesterday, so maybe it's blowing in that heavy rain and would be followed by colder
Cold,
temperatures.
yeah.
You would think that would be the case in December, but not if you live in Texas. Sorry.
Not so much.
Sorry. So we're going to have to put up with, it'll probably be 70 on Christmas Day.
It'll be cold where you live. You, the listener. We hope you have a cold Christmas.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
So have you completely decorated like this guy has already finished decorating his beautiful house? Watch this.
Okay.
Clip 13.
And it goes a little something like this.
There I am.
This looks like a bad idea for him.
That's me. That is me right there. That's me.
I hear it cracking out.
The chair.
Oh, man.
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, my. Oh,
Merry
golly.
Christmas.
I mean,
Do people really still use tinsel? Anybody here?
Anybody stand on a chair?
Stand on a chair and
I
use
thought we
tinsel
did
like
fat
that?
shame on the show.
We didn't.
No, we're not.
That
No,
seems
we
like
didn't say
it was-
anything about it being fat. You're
That
the one who
seems
brought
like-
that up. All right. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you January 3rd.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.